Please subscribe and like the video before continuing. Dan Blocker despised him the most. Dan Blocker was born Bobby Dan Davis Blocker, December 10, 1928 in Texas, DeKalb. Growing up in Texas rough hills, he prioritized hard labor, humility, and family values. Early on, he displayed a unique combination of physical strength and gentleness, which would later define his most famous cinematic performance. Before achieving popularity, Dan Blocker lived a life of integrity, perseverance, and service. In his youth, he was a gentle giant, standing at 6 feet 4 inches and weighing around 300 pounds. He learned the importance of hard labor and community from his parents' little store in O'Donnell, Texas. At Texas Military Institute and then Sul Ross State Teachers College, Blocker excelled academically and became a notable football player. He received recognition from peers for his athletic talent and determination, graduating with a degree in English and then obtaining a master's degree in dramatic arts. These early events instilled discipline and drive, shaping his personal and professional life. Before entering the entertainment industry, Blocker proudly served his country. He was drafted into the U.S. Army and served as an infantry sergeant during the Korean War. His military experience established a strong appreciation for sacrifice, leadership, and courage. He attributes his military experiences to influencing his worldview and enhancing empathy for others. Those who knew him during this time remembered him as a guy of integrity, quiet strength, and true kindness, even amidst brutal fighting conditions. Upon returning from military service, Blocker taught in Texas, sharing his passion for literature and history with pupils. He later pursued acting. Dan Blocker's entree into Hollywood was difficult, but his determination paid dividends. In the late 1950s, he landed small roles in TV shows like The Rifleman, Gunsmoke, and The Restless Gun. His inherent personality and powerful size attracted casting directors. When he played host Cartwright in Bonanza in 1959, his life changed forever. The role shaped his career and made him a beloved character in television history. As the middle son of the Cartwright family, Hose epitomized the true essence of Dan Blocker. Hose's gentle, witty, sympathetic, and morally pure character resonated with audiences, while Blocker's interpretation added emotional depth to the show's action and adventure. From 1959 to 1973, Bonanza was one of the most successful TV shows, spanning 14 seasons. Blocker starred in 415 episodes before his tragic 1972 death. During this period, he became a television icon in America. Instead of being the fastest gun or toughest cowboy, his character stood out for his humanity and decency. Blocker was acclaimed by critics and fans for introducing sincerity to westerns, portraying Hose as the show's emotional center. Behind the scenes, co-stars Lauren Green, Michael Landon, and Pernell Roberts praised him as the moral compass of the group, never letting celebrity corrupt him. Dan Blocker and Dolia Parker Blocker's marriage is a truly memorable and enduring Hollywood love tale. This union exemplified dedication, humility, and profound affection in a profession known for transient romances. Their relationship started before Dan became famous. Dan and Dia met at S. Ross State University in Alpine, Texas, where Dan was studying and Dia was involved in the community. Please subscribe and like the video before continuing. From the start, their relationship was based on shared principles, respect, kindness, and admiration for simplicity. Unlike other show industry couples, Dan and Dolphia's relationship was based on mutual understanding and trust, rather than glitter or ambition. They married in 1952, before Dan Blocker became famous for his role as Eric Hose Cartwright on Bonanza. The wedding reflected the modesty of the couple. Two individuals passionately in love, starting a life together with just hope and determination. At that time, Dan struggled as an actor and teacher, working multiple jobs to support his young family. Dia remained by his side, offering support and stability throughout tough times. Dan was encouraged by her quiet strength and persistence to follow his aspirations, even when success appeared unlikely. A partnership based on faith in each other's ability and love, rather than celebrity or fortune, sustained them through hardships. Dan's acting career advanced in the late 1950s and reached new heights with Bonanza in 1959, but Dolia remained his constant support. While she never sought attention for herself, she prioritized her family and home. While Dan spent long hours filming a beloved Western series, Dia maintained a loving, normal and moral environment for their children. Dia's gentle influence helped Dan Blocker remain humble and family-oriented despite his popularity, according to numerous friends and co-workers. She served as his confidant, emotional core, and reminder of his true self beyond celebrity and accomplishment. Their marriage resulted in 4 children, twin sons David and Dirk, daughters Deborah Lee and Dana Lynn. The Blocker family was noted for its warmth and laughter, with Dan crediting his wife for maintaining balance. Despite his growing reputation, he maintained consistency in his treatment of his wife and family. He regularly praised Dia as his greatest blessing and lifelong love. Despite popularity, long hours, and public demands, their marriage endured. However, it persisted. Dan was known for his intense devotion to Dolphia among his colleagues. He preferred quiet evenings with his family to attending industry parties, often rushing home after shooting. Bonanza was one of the most popular westerns on television. The story of the Cartwright family, led by patriarch Ben and his 3 kids, Adam, Hose and Little Joe, captivated America for nearly a decade. The reality behind the scenes was not as amicable as it appeared on film. Although Bonanza depicted a close-knit frontier family, the cast's real-life relationships were often more complex. One of the most emotionally charged scenes was the one between Dan Blocker, who played Eric Hose Cartwright, and Pernell Roberts, who played Adam Cartwright. Dan Blocker, noted for his pleasant, humorous nature and commitment to colleagues, rarely harbored ill will towards anyone. Former teacher and soldier from Texas, Blocker emphasized teamwork and respect on a principal level. However, he struggled to get along with Pernell Roberts. Tension between them was not due to ego or screen time competition. It was about opposing egos and values. Roberts was known for his sharp criticism of Bonanza's poor and formulaic scripts and direction. He pushed for narratives that challenged social standards and expressed his frustrations on sight. Blocker, who valued professionalism and loyalty to their successful show, took Roberts' regular criticism personally. Please subscribe and like the video before continuing. Blocker stated in an interview that Pernell believed he was smarter than others. He may have been right, but that doesn't justify treating others as fools. He noted that working with Roberts was challenging, as he often refused to rehearse lines he deemed unworthy or poorly crafted. Blocker, known for his easygoing and helpful nature, felt this behavior disrespectful to the cast and crew. He would say, "We're a family on this set, and a family doesn't tear each other down in front of outsiders." As seasons progressed, the philosophical gap between the 2 men grew. Roberts felt creatively stifled and wanted to leave the series. In contrast, Blocker valued Bonanza and considered it as a chance to provide pleasant, wholesome entertainment to American households. Roberts' disapproval of the show's commercial success contrasted with Blocker's appreciation. Blocker once stated that Pernell found Bonanza too straightforward, moral, and good-natured. However, people needed a little goodness in their life. Not visible to him. Despite their differences, both actors were committed to honesty in their performances. Roberts, a formally trained actor, tackled roles with seriousness, while Blocker relied on instinct and genuineness. The conflict between intellect and heart symbolized their relationship, and the creative energy that drove Bonanza. They had furious arguments behind the scenes, but never became violent. Blocker's disdain for Roberts was well known among cast members. According to Michael Landon, who played Little Joe, Dan attempted to be patient, but Pernell pushed individuals to their limits. Following Roberts' departure from Bonanza in 1965, Blocker experienced both relief and sadness. "I never wished him ill," he stated in a later interview. "But I was glad to stop fighting." The absence brought tranquility to the set and made Blocker's comedy fully return. He struggled to let go of his resentment. He was smart, but he made everyone around him miserable, according to Blocker. Bitterness cannot create anything positive. Ironically, Blocker's fury mellowed with time. Following his departure from the show, Roberts continued to advocate for social issues through theater and stage work. Although Blocker never reconciled with Roberts before his 1972 death, he expressed admiration for him in later interviews. Blocker thought that he may have wanted more, but he neglected to appreciate what he already had. Their connection is one of the most intriguing behind-the-scenes dynamics in television history. A disagreement between two talented artists who had different opinions on what it meant to be an artist. Dan Blocker's dissatisfaction with Pernell Roberts sprang from disappointment, not hatred. He was disappointed that someone he valued for their brilliance and talent could be so cold, critical, and aloof. Blocker left a legacy of warmth, giving, and friendship, while Roberts left a heritage of independence and resistance. Both men left a lasting impact on Bonanza. Blocker's heartfelt comments and candid nature still resonate with followers decades later. Blocker stated that while you may not like everyone you work with, you should at least strive to respect them. Our chance was denied by Pernell. The sudden and devastating death of famous actor Dan Blocker on May 13, 1972, shocked the globe. Known for his iconic role as Eric Hose Cartwright in the popular TV Western Bonanza, Blocker's death at 43 in Englewood, California, left a vacuum in the entertainment world and among millions of fans who admired his warmth, wit, and please subscribe and like the video before continuing. Humanity on and off screen. The official cause of death was a fatal pulmonary embolism, which occurred after planned gallbladder surgery at Daniel Freeman Memorial Hospital. Blocker entered the hospital for a routine medical treatment, which neither he nor his doctors thought life-threatening, according to accounts at the time. Following the operation, difficulties occurred when a blood clot went to his lungs, causing oxygen deprivation and cardiac arrest. The family verified the news, and news agencies said that Blocker died after gallbladder surgery and a pulmonary blood clot. Blocker's untimely demise was hard to comprehend, as he was a strong, larger-than-life figure whose good-natured spirit symbolized Bonanza's moral core. His passing was a significant loss for his wife Dolphia Parker Blocker and their 4 children, David, Deborah, Dana, and Dirk. The latter followed his father's footsteps as an actor, while lamenting his extended Bonanza family. Lauren Green, Michael Landon, and Pernell Roberts were among the cast and crew who were significantly affected. Green, who played patriarch Ben Cartwright, allegedly broke down upon hearing the news, calling it the end of an era. Michael Landon, a close friend of Blocker, was devastated and reworked parts of Bonanza to honor his loss.